Hello, dear viewers. You're welcome to our class for today. We will be looking at some why can NECO pass questions involving commerce, and this will be very helpful for you as you prepare for your SSCE. Let's start. Let's look at the very first question here. Activities which facilitate commerce include A. Engaging youth in environmental sanitation, funding political campaigns, providing recreational facilities in communities, improving road networks. Now, among these options we have here, the activity that facilitate commerce include improving road networks. That's D. All right, let's go to question number 2. A document through which invitation is extended to the public to subscribe to shares is prospectus. So prospectus is a document through which invitation is extended to the public to subscribe to shares. Okay, question 3. One example of a product of the construction industry is A. Bag of cement, B. Television, C. Chair, D. Piece of clothes. Now, our right answer is chair. Chair, table, etc. are all products of the construction industry. Question 4. A person authorized to sell the property of a company in a winding up is A. A liquidator, an agent, an auctioneer, a bailee. The right answer is a liquidator. A liquidator is a person authorized to sell the property of a company in a winding up. The next question. Now we need to look at this diagram as we'll be using it to answer some questions. The space marked A, look at it. From A, we have subchain under. The place marked A, is it trading, advertising, industry, or occupation? Well, it is an industry. Okay, still on the same diagram, the space marked X, of course, this is no more an industry, this is the industry. So this place marked S, is it industry, foreign trade, homemade, or production? The right answer has to be production. Don't you forget, production can be defined as the bringing up or making of goods and services for satisfaction of consumers. So we should have production here, commerce, and direct services here. The next question. What does the space marked M this time around? What does it represent? This M represents trade. We have trade and then aids to trade. Okay, so aids to trade, trade is under trade. So it's linked up to trade, sorry. So our right answer will be B, where we have trade. Okay, question 8. The purchase and sale of goods over electronic system, is it e-commerce, email, e-transfer, or e-payment? I think this is quite common. Our right answer is A, e-commerce. So let's submit this. Okay. Don't forget the meaning of e-commerce. It refers to the sale of goods over an electronic system. Question 9. One disadvantage of sole proprietorship is A. Quick decision making, B. Unlimited liability, C. Unlimited source of capital, D. Pride of ownership. The right answer is unlimited liability. So many risks to bear here. Question 10. Which of the following is a source of short-term finance to a business? A. Hire purchase. B. Overdraft. C. Lease. D. Debenture. The right answer is B. Overdraft. Overdraft is a form of loan given to a businessman. It enables him to withdraw more money from his account, which is expected to pay back. All right? So that's our right answer. Overdraft. So the next question. The portion of share capital which the company has asked shareholders to pay is A. Called up capital. B. Paid up capital. C. Authorized capital. D. Unpaid capital. So, authorized capital is a portion of share capital which company usually asks shareholders to pay. So, our right answer is C. Hope you have your pen and paper and you're following this lesson. Let's go to question number 12. Multilateral trade is carried out A. Between many countries, among many countries, between two countries only, or D. Within many countries. Now, when we talk about multi, what does it mean? The word multi means many. So our right answer has to be B, among many countries. We can't pick A, C, or D. So B shows that a lot of countries are involved since among is used there. Question 13. An association of businesses engaged in both trade and industry is it a cooperative society, trust fund, trade union, or chamber of commerce? Now, our right answer is D, chamber of commerce. Chamber of commerce refers to an association of businesses engaged in both trade and industry. Question 14. Which of the following statements is true of a debenture? A. Its holders receive interest. B. Its holders are co-owners of the company. C. Its holders control the company. D. It forms part of company's authorized capital. Now, debenture holders are creditors to the business and they are expected to receive interest on the loan. So it has to be A. Its holders receive interest. Question 15. The path through which a product moves from the manufacturer to the consumer is A. Channel of distribution. B. Means of transportation. C. Channel of communication. D. Line of production. Well, the right answer has to be channel of distribution. A. Question 16. Now, if the opening stock of Ali Limited is 40,000, cost of goods sold is 48,000 naira, and closing stock is 24,000 naira. Its rate of turnover will be, now we have a formula for calculating rate of turnover, which is cost of goods sold you divide by average stock. Okay, now to do this, we have to use the formula. The rate of turnover, which is cost of goods sold over average stock, or divide by average stock. Now, the cost of goods sold has been given in the question as 48 naira. The problem there will be how to get the average stock, but we can get that from the information we have. Opening stock and closing stock was given. So to get average stock, you add up opening stock plus closing stock, divide your answer by 2. That's what I did here, and it will give us 32,000. Opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2, 32,000. Now we have average stock. Now substitute 48,000 in cost of goods sold and 32,000 in average stock. Then you divide 48,000 by 32,000 and you get your answer, which is 1.5 times. A business which requires a certificate of trading in order to commence operation, is it a public company? Is it private company, cooperative, society, or sole proprietorship? Any business which requires a certificate of trading in order to commence operation is a public company. All right. Exchange of goods in international market which does not involve the use of money is bilateral trade, which is B. Question 19. Which of the following features is not associated with a chamber of commerce? It is A, democratically administered, B, an independent association, open only to entrepreneurs, a voluntary association. Well, it's open to everybody. So the one that is not associated with a chamber of commerce should be C, open only to entrepreneurs. That's not true. Question 20. The reason for sending a pro forma invoice to a potential customer is that it is an indication of the seller's willingness to grant credit. B, a polite way of refusing to sell on credit. A polite way of telling the customer to return the goods. An invitation to the buyer to buy on hire purchase. Now, I want you to know that pro forma invoice is a document which shows or indicates the readiness of a buyer to sell on credit to a potential customer. Okay? A polite and invitation, so it has to be A, an indication of the seller's willingness to grant credit based on the definition of pro forma invoice. Question 21. The insurance policy taken to cover dishonesty of account personnel of an organization is fidelity guarantee. It is not employer's liability, neither is it life, endowment, or marine insurance. So the right answer is fidelity guarantee. Which of the following documents is used when goods are being sent by a common carrier? Is it credit note, delivery note, consignment note, or advice note? Oh, so which one of them do you think is the right answer? The right answer has to be delivery note, B. Question 23. A put option in the stock exchange is an option not to buy, not to sell, to sell. Now, among these options, the right answer is to sell. So in the stock exchange, a put option represents an option to sell. Question 24. The functions of money do not include medium of exchange, means of deferred payment, double coincidence of wants, and store of value. Of course, the functions of money do not include double coincidence of wants. Question 25. A document of title to goods written by the ship owner specifying that certain goods are being conveyed in the ship is A, bill of sale, bill of entry, bill of sight, bill of lading. Of course, this is the right answer. Bill of lading is a document of title to goods written by the ship owner specifying that a certain goods are being conveyed in the ship. Question 26. Okay, informative advertising is aimed at A. Giving advice on the use of a product, encouraging specific customers to buy a product, influencing customers to buy a product, giving gifts to attract customers. So informative advertising is aimed at giving advice on the use of a product. So the right answer is A. Question 27. A cheap means of carrying bulky goods over long distance is by, of course, is rail. Rail is the cheapest means of carrying bulky goods over long distance. Question 28. A contract terminated by the occurrence of an event which makes performance impossible is discharged by A. Frustration, performance, breach, or agreement. The right answer has to be C. Question 29. An individual employed to act on behalf of another within a specified guideline is a jobber, an agent, a broker, or distributor. Of course, that is the definition of an agent. Question 30. Which of the following is not a component of the marketing mix? Place is a component, price is a component, product is a component, population is not a component of the marketing mix. Question 31. A method of buying in anticipation of price fluctuation in the commodity market is, that method of buying is just speculation. Okay, so speculation is a method of buying in anticipation of price fluctuation in the commodity market. Question 32. A shipping document detailing the charges for carrying a particular cargo for a specified voyage is the freight note, bill of lading, dock warrant, or meat receipt. Of course, the answer is B, bill of lading. Question 33. Commercial agents who are authorized to keep goods until they are sold are A. Brokers, distributors, factors, auctioneers. The right answer is brokers. They are commercial agents who are authorized to keep goods until they are sold. Question 34. An advertisement method whose objective is to convince customers to buy a product is A. Informative, B. Advertisement, C. Persuasive advertisement, D. Mass advertisement. So the answer is C. Try to persuade people. So it's persuasive advertisement. Okay. A government legislation which ensures that quality goods and services are available to customers is Hire Purchase Act, Copyright Act, Price Control Act, Standard Organization Act. Standard Organization Act is a government legislation which ensures that quality goods and services are available to customers. Question 36. A bank draft is a check drawn by a bank on itself, customers' deposits, another bank, or creditors. The right answer is itself. A bank draft is a check drawn by a bank on itself. Question 37. A company is quoted on the stock exchange when its shares are put under private placement, owned by the government, not for sale to the public, listed for sale on the exchange. Of course, the answer is listed for sale on the exchange. Question 38. Which of the following functions is not performed by the Export Promotion Council? Provision of technical advice to exporters, provision of credit facilities to exporters, prevention of importation of harmful goods, creation of export-free zones. Among these, the only function not performed by the Export Promotion Council is prevention of importation of harmful goods. Activities undertaken to create awareness of a product by giving out samples or gifts is A. Marketing concepts, marketing mix, sales promotion, window display. Now, among these, which of them is the right answer? Is sales promotion. So sales promotion is activities undertaken to create awareness of a product by giving out samples or gifts. Question 40. An advantage of privatizing a firm is that it attracts more customers, sells goods at low prices, employs more workers, become more efficient. Did we get the question? Or may want to pick, oh, privatizing a firm will attract more customers. But that's not really the right answer. Privatization or privatizing a company will make a firm to become more efficient. So it has to be becomes more efficient. Take note of that. The transfer of authority by a superior officer to a subordinate in an organization is controlling, decentralization, directing, or delegation. Of course, when a superior transfer authority to a subordinate, that is delegation. Question 42. The provision of scholarships by a firm to needy students is part of its social responsibility. It is not economic, political, or legal responsibility. It's social responsibility. Question 43. How many countries form ECOWAS? Is it 17, 15, 16, or 14? 15 countries form ECOWAS, which means Economic Community of West African States. So it's made up of 15 countries. Question 44. Which of the following is a modern means of communication? Grapevine, email, whistles, town crier. The right answer is email, which means electronic mail. A system of issuing new shares to selected investors instead of the general public, is it issued by tender, private placement, offer for sale, or public offer? Now, private placement refers to a system of issuing new shares to selected investors instead of general public. So the right answer is actually not issued by tender. The right answer is private placement. Take note of that. So the right answer is B, not A. Private placement refers to a system of issuing new shares to selected investors instead of the general public. One of the aims of the European Union is to ease trade among member countries. Of course, that's the right answer. That's one of the main aims of the European